Hey doodlebugs, let's draw a forest goblin. Okay guys, I'm going to start in the middle, as I often do. We're going to do a little curved line like that, a little curved line like that, and then we're going to bring that together with a slightly pointier line like that. Then we're going to do a circle, and I might do a slightly different size on this one, going around like that. Then we can do a little pupil there and a little pupil there. As always, remember to pause guys, there's no race. Now we're going to bring a line over and down and over and down, and then I'm going to do a line coming from the left to just under that nose and across the other side. I think if you do a smile under the nose, it makes it look a little bit cheeky. And then we can do a tooth, and I might do a smaller one here just for good measure. And then we're going to do a cheek and a cheek, and then we're going to bring a chin under there, coming back up to there. Now I'll bring that down just slightly. I'm going to put some hair on here, so I'm going to do a big wide line just to measure these out, slightly wavy. And then back again. You can do them different distances apart, some wigglier than the others maybe. He's been living in a forest, so he's got good scruffy hair. Doesn't really matter how neat it is. And then I'm going to do an ear shape coming from behind this hair, and one going that side. Now we can curve that one round and bring it back. And curve that one, bring it back. You can make this slightly loose if you like. And then we can put the bottom of the ear coming out under there, and the same on that side. And just for good measure, I'm going to put a couple of little lines around his eyes to make him look a little bit worn and beaten. Little scruffy creature. And maybe a little line under that lip just there. Now under this chin I'm going to do a sort of bird skull, so a small line down like that and one like that, and then we're going to go slightly out and then bring that to a point like that. And then I'm going to do two oblong dark marks and two dots like that. Then just left of that we're going to do a zigzag, and a zigzag going around there to bring our body shape up. And then we're going to do two lines and two lines like that to start the legs. Now I'm going to do a line across and a line across. And then a sort of circle for the top of his shoes on either side. And then we're going to bring these big long feet coming across and back up. The same that side, across and back up like that. And then a couple of little rectangles either side for the top of his shoes. Now just next to this right hand part of these clothes, I'm going to do a little pointy thumb like that, like a little claw. And then we're going to do another claw. And another one like that. And another one like that. And then two little rectangles to make a little wristband. And then an arm coming up here. Now over this side, I'm going to do a sort of pointy claw, pointy claw, pointy claw. And then a little thumb going up like that. And then we're going to curve down this sort of staff he's holding. Just like this. And then another one this side. Just curving down. And a couple of lines on there for good measure. And then I'm going to go up and up, do slightly wobbly lines, make it look sort of nature field. And then some more at the top. You can tell I'm just making this up as I go along. Actually, I'm making it into a little weapon, so what I'll do is I'll do two lines there and two lines going across like that, like it's got something tied on there. And then we'll do a small rectangle and then a jaggedy point coming off there, like a tooth or something he's using as a weapon, with a couple of scruffy lines on it to finish it off. And then we can do a rectangle and a rectangle matching this side, and then we can curve that line back across to there. And just to finish it off, I'm going to do some more wiggly lines here for hair, because now you know where all the bits and pieces are. It doesn't matter, you're not going to get in the way of anything. Just to finish it off, and then some more lines for the ground, scruffy parts like that, and for good measure a couple of little flicky bits of grass either side. But basically there you have your forest goblin. Would you like to see your drawings on the channel? If you've drawn along to any of the tutorials, please email them to artfuldoodlebug@outlook.com and I'll feature the best ones here.